Again, everybody, Robin Hook with you from Himes Field, Robert J. Bob Stadium in Kalamazoo. It's Western Michigan baseball today. Game 3 of a weekend series between the Broncos and the Kent State Golden Flashes. Kent has won the first 2 games of the series, winning 8-7 in 13 innings here on Friday. Yesterday, they got Sam Carlisle and went on to a 9-1 victory, so they're going for a weekend sweep. The Broncos trying to avoid getting swept at home and remain in the race in the Mid-American Conference. Right now, Kent on top at 17-6. Miami in second with Northern Illinois at 16-7. And it's Ball State, Western Michigan, and Toledo rounding out the top 6. All those 3 teams, the Cardinals, the Broncos, and the Rockets, at 14-9. Broncos have Ricky Kidd going. He's got their best record on the mound for the starters. He's picked up 5 victories this season, pitching in Game 3 on Sunday most of the season, and he's got a 4.47 earned run average. The Kent Golden Flashes will send out a sophomore right-hander, Ben Rabatin. He also has a 5-1 record. 6 foot, 190-pound right-hander out of Parma, Ohio. It's Western Michigan and the Kent State Golden Flashes in Game 3 today here at Himes. Earlier we caught up with Coach Gernon, talked about yesterday and looked ahead to today's Game 3 with Kent.
Game 3 of a weekend series today. Broncos and the Kent Golden Flashes, who have taken games 1 and 2. Game 1 in 13 innings on Friday, 8-7. Game 2 Saturday, 9-1. With head coach Billy Gernon. And coach, this is a big one. Broncos could use a win here today and avoid a sweep and pick up a big win over the first place Kent State Golden Flashes.
Yeah, we're in an unusual spot today, Robin. I mean, all year we've talked about the importance of winning on Sunday. Maybe more important to win on Sunday than any day other than, Friday, getting out of the gate. But today's the first Sunday that we're trying to avoid, going 0-3 for the weekend. So I'm glad the message and the drumbeat's been the importance of winning on Sunday. I'm glad we've got a veteran grad student in Ricky Kidd on the mound, and just need to salvage a victory out of it and get ourselves moving in the right direction.
He's been in this situation before this year, and record-wise, he's your best guy.
He really is. This will be the first Sunday that he's pitched on where he's not trying to win the series for us or sweep the series for us. He'll be trying to salvage the series. And that's why it gives me some comfort knowing you've got an older veteran, wily kid out there with a good 3-pitch mix that's going to stay, in the moment, not get caught up in anything, and probably give us a good quality start.
Yesterday, Sam Carlisle had a little bit of command issues, but give him credit. He battled in there for you and gave you 5 innings.
Yeah, it's hard to evaluate that positively because of the struggles that he had. But I was actually proud of the kid to grind through 5 innings for us. And without his best stuff, he just couldn't find the slider and really couldn't get a hold of his changeup. So he was kind of a one-pitch guy yesterday. And as good as the fastball is, Kent was able to sit on it. They got themselves in a lot of plus counts and was able to move the ball around pretty good. And the wind was blowing in yesterday. You couldn't get the ball out of the yard, so a 5-run lead felt even bigger than it was. But you just got to give credit to their pitcher, too. I hate doing it, but it's the game, and their kid threw really well and got ahead of us in most counts and command of all pitches and had a good tempo and set the tone for their team.
That 4 spot in the second inning was big for them and a difficult hill to climb.
Yeah, it was, and we were talking about it, that we needed to keep this thing close, and I figured if we were in striking distance or had a lead, in the 5th, 6th, or 7th inning, that we were going to be in a great position. And it's tough when you're chasing it, that early in the game, and when you're chasing it in a what I would call a just a good-sized ballpark. It's a pitcher's park. Well, yesterday it was really a pitcher's park. It was kind of just shove it in there, and nobody hit Sam out of the park, but they were able to barrel him up in those those 1-0, 2-1, 3-1 counts when we were stuck with the fastball, and they were able to get the head out and move him around a little more than he's accustomed to, and us too. And then found ourselves in a bad spot, and here we are trying to salvage the series today on Sunday.
Matt Hoover came in, gave you 2 pretty solid innings, gave up a couple of runs on 3 hits, but he pitched the day before too, and you needed him again.
Yeah, he did. You know what I was telling the team yesterday? There's we've only had a couple of lopsided games. The last one was back in February at UNLV, and then we got a little lopsided at Notre Dame, but we've basically been in every game in the ninth inning except those 2 games, and that's a testament to our guys, and we're in that position because we're a good team. And if we can continue to close the gap with all of our guys between knowing and doing, we're going to get better. And to your point, those relievers are getting better. Shapiro's getting better. Hoover's getting better. Hell, Tomlinson's getting better for us. And it's given us more depth. And DJ's been good. And Doran's obviously been great. Lehman's been good for us. And if we can just keep moving in that direction, Robin, I feel good down the stretch no matter what happens today.
And all of those guys you just mentioned are available today because Hoover, Maloney, and Tomlinson finished out Sam start, and so that puts you in pretty good shape for today.
Yeah, and listen, Maloney pitched well. We're talking Matt Maloney, the twin brother, pitched well at Valparaiso on Tuesday, and he was good again yesterday. So that gives me a little more comfort to know that we're going to have some more options. You know, and when you get to the tournament, if you somehow end up in the loser's bracket, that depth in pitching is going to be what keeps you together and gives you a chance to punch your ticket to the NCAA. So those guys did do a good job of keeping us in there and didn't let the game get away from us and didn't get sloppy. We didn't make an error, right? We had a couple on Friday. They did too. 13 innings, though. You know, we had a couple errors. So I expect us to play well again today. We didn't play bad yesterday. We just couldn't get moving offensively.
Swinging at a lot of early counts, but he was in the zone all day for them. He only walked 1.
Yeah, he did, and he's a veteran too, right? And he pounds the zone, and I thought it was a pitcher's strike zone yesterday, and we weren't able to take advantage of it, and he was. And then he's got a little ride on his fastball. We caught ourselves chasing a little bit up in the zone, which that's the last thing you wanted to do yesterday because the wind was blowing in. And I don't know about you, but since I've been coaching, I've never seen a bad hop and a fly ball. So we got caught up in too much of that yesterday and spent a lot of time today and this morning at BP just getting some line drive swings and moving the ball around right field to left field line and trying to create some offensive pressure today.
They had a few Baltimore chops down the left field line yesterday. More than one. There was like 2 or 3 of them that just bounced over the head of Pilarski. He didn't have a shot to field them.
Yeah, you can't take anything away from their 13 hits, but the board showed 4 for us, and we squared it up a lot more than that. And sometimes you hit it right at them, and sometimes you don't. Well, yesterday we hit it right at them. And yesterday they had their fair share, I'd say 3 to 4, where there was, the front of the plate was very dry, and they bounced a couple into the front, drove it down, and bounced over Pilarski's head for some cheap doubles. But I'll tell you what, if our guys get some of those today, you won't hear me complaining.
No, they're line drives with the paper on Sunday.
Yes, they are. They're all line drives, buddy.
Well, you got Ricky Kidd going today, Coach, with Billy Gernon, and this kid, Ricky Kidd, he's been a big pickup for you.
He really has, and you just trust him. You trust him to go out and execute the game. You trust him not to freak out if he walks a guy or we make a mistake behind him or they get a base hit or a double or even a home run. He stays in the moment. He doesn't get caught up in deep water. The mound doesn't turn into quicksand for him, and I expect him to grind through the middle to back part of the game, and then he's going to have some help chomping at the bit in the bullpen ready to come in and help him.
They're starting Rabbit, and he's a 5-1 guy too.
Yeah, he is. I mean, their pitching is kind of historically pretty good. And we were leading the league in ERA coming in. They were right behind us, not far back. I haven't checked to see if they've passed us. But the 9 earned runs yesterday might have brought them right up to us. So pitching and defense, I mean, we still lead the conference in fielding percentage. We're top 10 in the nation in fielding percentage. And if those 2 staples continue to be good, we're going to be good down the stretch. It's just really important to win on Sunday and salvage this series and keep creating space between us and the teams that are below us.
You've had some big wins on Sundays with Kidd out there on the mound for you.
No, and I'm glad we have him there. And we talked about this when McKinstry went down, right? What do? Do we push everybody up? And so we were going to shorten guys on their routines and their pitch counts, and we plugged Vrizinga in, and I think it's with consultation with Coach Putnam and everything, I think we made the right decision for that. And then I've never felt more glad about the decision than today. Not that I wouldn't want Vreese or Sam out there today, but I like having a veteran on the mound on Sunday for sure, especially in this situation.
Changing the lineup a little bit, going back to what you were using earlier with Howard in the 2-hole and Maloney batting third. That means Mike gets up in the first inning for sure.
Yeah, I think sometimes where a guy's position in the lineup could create a mentality for him. And Drew was, dragging and push bunting and drawing a few more walks. And then he started really hitting, right? You couldn't get him out. So we plugged him into the 3, and Maloney was the guy driving people in. So we put him in the 4, and then Avery started getting hot. And I usually don't make changes if we win. It's pretty easy to cut and paste. But when we're not, I just like to keep it scrambled, and the wind is wisping out to left today, and that's why I pulled Polubensky out of the card. I thought he gave us the best shot in the 7-hole today to maybe lose one, and I hope he can just get the barrel on the ball today and give us some good productive RBIs and some important RBIs as I sit here and watch the flag blowing from the right field pole to the left field pole. So it's going to probably go out towards the scoreboard and over the left field wall today. It'd be hard to get it out and right. But that's kind of the decision we made to go with that lineup.
A guy who's really squaring them up for you and maybe doesn't show in his results is Mark Menike. He's been driving the ball. He's a gap-to-gap guy. Love his swing.
Yeah, I do too. And, we put a lot of emphasis and weight on the quality at bat chart. And his quality at bat percentage is, one of the top 3 or 4 on the team. You wouldn't know it, but when you look at the box score, and that's why I've left him in the 4-hole today where he is. I think he's super frustrated. But you got to stay performance-oriented and not result-oriented in this game. It's a painful game, right? You can have a great performance and you're out, and you can have a bad performance and get a base hit. So you just have to stay balanced, and that's why we put so much emphasis on a quality at bat chart, reminding guys, hey man, you are doing the right things. The game's kind of being mean to you right now. Hang in there, and it'll all balance out. And I think it's just a mindset. You got to have a clear head when you get in the box, Robin. And it's our job as coaches to provide them with information and data that can help them go up there with a clean head and just focus on see ball, hit ball.
I also like the fact that Tanner Malley got a base hit in his last at bat after not getting one up until that point. So he went home last night after that loss, feeling a little bit better than he would have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this guy's going to go, start to finish leading the nation in hitting. It'll be maybe something that's never been done. I haven't looked into it. It might be an NCAA record. I don't know. He still has, some games left that he's got to stay there, but the numbers are still insane. And they pitched him really hard. He's aggressive, and he likes to swing early in the zone. And you and I have talked before. When guys are playing well, I just pat him on the back. I don't talk to him about anything. But I have asked him, first at bat, if he's watching and he doesn't feel as comfortable with what he sees, to see a few pitches for us and let us kind of see what the guy's got. But he likes to jump, and they're working him up and in. And he got jammed up a little bit yesterday. You saw a couple of those swings that he wasn't able to get the barrel on. And then the wind was blowing in so hard, Robin, they had that right fielder in almost like Little League, and they were going to try to throw him out at first, and luckily he runs well. But it was a good ball, and his swing, it just hasn't changed. It's been so consistent, and I wouldn't be surprised if the kid had 3 or 4 hits again today.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck in this one.
Thanks, Robin. Go Broncos.
Coach Kiernan before today's game here with the Kent Golden Flashes. Game 3 of a weekend series as the Broncos try and avoid a sweep by the Flashes here at Robert J. Bob Stadium at Himes Field. Here's a starting lineup for visiting Kent with a record of 31-10. They're 17-6 and on top of the MAC. Leading off and playing third base, Brady Marshall. Batting second and catching, Ripken Reese. Hitting third, the right fielder, Sawyer Solitaria. Batting fourth at first base, Brody Williams. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, Nolan Belcher. Batting sixth, playing left field, Alejandro Covas. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Micah Kirikov. Batting eighth, playing second base, Grady Meade. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Luke Matthews. On the mound for Kent, sophomore from Parma, Ohio, 6 foot, 190-pounder, Ben Rabatin. He has a 5-1 record with a 4.88 earned run average. For Western Michigan, leading off playing center field, the nation's leading hitter, Tanner Melly. Batting second, playing second base, Drew Howard. Batting third, the shortstop, Mike Maloney. Hitting fourth, playing left field, Mark Meneke. Batting sixth, playing first base, Avery Thielman. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Connor Ostrander. Hitting seventh, the designated hitter, Josh Polubinski. Hitting eighth, playing third base, Mason Pilarski. And batting ninth, the catcher, Nolan Zajac. On the mound for the Broncos, grad student Ricky Kidd from Trenton, Michigan, a 4.47 earned run average. His record is 5-1. Ricky stands 6 feet 2 inches tall and 185 pounds. He's a transfer from the University of Michigan. Started his college baseball after playing for the Trenton Trojans at Henry Ford, then off to Michigan, and now a Bronco, getting his graduate degree and throwing on Sunday for head coach Billy Gernon. Our umpires today meeting at home plate with the head coaches. Behind the plate, Ben Williams. At first base, Sal Giacomintonio, and umpiring third base today will be Michael Outen. Western Michigan and the Kent State Golden Flashes. The Broncos will wear their gold tops today with the brown sleeves and the off-white pants with the gold stripes, brown cap with the gold bill. Kent State wearing the road blue jerseys with the white pants and the gold trim. Broncos taking the field. Teams out of the dugout. They'll line up in front of their dugouts, and we'll get this thing going. Beautiful sunny skies here in Kalamazoo for Game 3 of this weekend series between MAC rivals Western Michigan and Kent State. Fans on their feet now for our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
That's a big one for the Broncos. They don't want to fall too far behind in the Mid-American Conference race. Still 3 weeks to go after this week. Broncos will host Miami next weekend here at Himes Field, Robert J. Bob Stadium. Then hit the road and take on Bowling Green, 3-game series at Stellar Field. And then return home to wrap up the regular season against Northern Illinois. So a lot of opportunity to climb back in. Right now the Broncos tied with Ball State and Toledo at 14-9, behind 16-7 Miami and Northern Illinois, and 17-6 Kent State. The Broncos 3 games back. They went in the series just 1 game back of the Flashes, but Kent taking those games on Friday and Saturday have opened up a 3-game lead on Western Michigan. So this will be a big victory today for the Broncos if they can come up with it. And they've got the right guy on the mound in the veteran Ricky Kidd. As we look at Ricky's numbers, this will be his 11th appearance. All starts, 56 and a third innings of work for Rick. 54 hits, he's given up 30 runs, 28 of those earned, 21 walks, 29 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .258 on Ricky, who has a 4.47 earned run average, a record of 5-1. He'll face the 5th-ranked hitting team in the conference. Kent hitting at a .289 clip. Broncos are 3rd in the MAC in pitching at an ERA of 5.79. Broncos lead the MAC in fielding percentage, top 10 in the nation with a .980 fielding percentage. And the Broncos are 7th in the MAC, hitting at .281. Kent number 1 in the conference and earned run average at 4.81. They're 7th in fielding percentage at .969. It'll be Marshall, Reese, and Solitaria here in the first inning against Ricky Kidd. Beautiful sunny skies, temps in the mid-60s as we get this one underway. And the first pitch of the ball game is inside, 1 ball, no strikes to Brady Marshall. Sophomore from Worcester, Ohio, hitting .280, no home runs, 17 runs batted in for Marshall, who's playing at third base today, as Grady Mee gets the start at second, and Marshall moves over to third. Ripken Reese, who's been playing third, goes behind the plate here today.
1-1 in the count. There's a strike call with a changeup. And Ricky Kidd ahead in the count. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Brady Marshall. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a chopper to the hole in short. Maloney comes up with it. Long throw. One hops it over to Thielman, and he got him by a step. Outstanding play by Mike Maloney. That was deep in the hole and not hit that hard, but he made the play. Outstanding play by Mike Maloney. There's 1 down here in the Kent State first inning. That'll bring up the 2-hole hitter, the catcher today, Ripken Reese, junior from Ellicott City, Maryland, hitting .323, 9 home runs, 38 runs batted in. He takes the first pitch for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes to Ripken Reese. He's had a big weekend here in Kalamazoo. 5 for 11 with a home run, 6 runs batted in, 2 doubles, and he scored 4 times, but he swings and misses on that changeup, and the count is 1-1 to Ripken Reese. .323 average, 9 home runs for the season, and 38 runs batted in. The 1-1. Breaking ball. Over but low. 2 balls and a strike to Ripken Reese. He crushed one over the right field fence earlier in the series. Left-handed hitter. Drops that bat barrel down by his waist, then raises it up as he loads and chops this one down to first. That'll be a foul ball. Handled by Thielman, but in foul territory. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Reese. Got some good hitters at the top of their lineup. 4 guys batting over 300. 2 guys just below 300 in the 290s. 2-2 pitch from Kidd on the way. Swing and a line drive that will drop safely for a base hit. Fielded on 1 hop by Tanner Malley in left center field, and Ripken Reese stays hot. Got a beautiful stroke and slaps that one into left field for a single. 1 out, 1 on, and here comes Sawyer Solitaria, sophomore from North Olmsted, Ohio, playing right field this weekend. Out there again today. He's had a big weekend, 4 for 11 with a home run, 3 runs batted in, 2 doubles, scored a couple of times. The pitch, swing, and a line drive right at Maloney, and he'll double up Ripken Reese at first base, who is running on the pitch. Ricky Kidd pitches to contact, and that was smoke, but right at Maloney. As Coach talked about in the pregame show, sometimes you hit it hard and they go right at somebody, and that's what happened right there. Maybe it's a good day to be a Bronco out on the baseball diamond today. We'll be back with the bottom of the first. No score. This is Western Michigan Baseball on YouTube Live and WMUBroncos.com.
In the top of the first for the Golden Flashes, there were no runs on one hit with no errors and no runners left on base. After half an inning, your score stays tied at 0 with your Broncos coming to bat. Bronco fans, be sure to vote on the @WMU Baseball Instagram story for what song you would like to hear in the 4th inning.
Malley, Howard, and Maloney due up here in the bottom of the first for Western Michigan. Defensively for Kent State, Brady Marshall over at third base today. Luke Matthews, the California native, at short. Grady Mee, former Bronco, now at Kent, playing second base. And Brody Williams caught the first 2 games. He'll play first base today. In the outfield, Alejandro Cobas, the left fielder. Micah Kirikoff in center. Sawyers Solitaria, the right fielder. Ripken Reese moves from third base to behind the plate here today. And Ben Rabatin on the mound for the Kent Golden Flashes. This will be his 11th start, 11th appearance, 48 innings, given up 45 hits, 28 runs, 26 of those earned, 23 walks, 52 strikeouts, and opponents hitting .247 on Ben Rabatin with a 4.88 earned run average. His record is 5-1. Not big, 6 foot, 190 pounder. Similar to Caillou, who threw yesterday for the Flashes. There's a swing and a foul by Malley. Back to the screen, 1 strike on Tanner, who goes up there hacking. He sees it and he likes it. He's swinging at it. 1 strike on Tanner. The nation's leading hitter, standing in there batting .478. No home runs, 17 runs batted in for Tanner. There's a strike called at the letters on the inside corner, 0-2. For the weekend, Malley is 3 for 8 with a double, a run scored, 2 runs batted in. He has a couple of walks too and was hit by a pitch. Stands deep in the box. Bat upright over the plate. The 0-2 on the way. Swinging a bouncer up the middle. Matthews scoops it up near the bag at second and gets him by half a step. Great speed for Malley. You got to get rid of it in a hurry if you're a Kent infielder, and Matthews did just that. Drew Howard will step in, gets a little intel from Tanner on his way back to the dugout. And Drew moving back into the 2 hole. He's been hitting in the 3 spot the last couple of weeks. Moves back to the 2 hole. And the pitch to him is in there for a strike with a breaking ball. Drew's a senior from Ferdinand, Indiana, transfer from Evansville, hitting .365 with a home run and 31 runs batted. And he's 3 for 10 in the series with an RBI and a run score. Here's the 0-1 to him. Strike in the outside corner with a fastball. No balls and 2 strikes. Drew steps out, regroups, adjusts the batting gloves, and now digs back in. No balls and 2 strikes. Waves that bat over the plate, now locks it up over his right shoulder, and the 0-2 up high with the fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ben Rabatin got the light blue glove out there with the navy blue top. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a foul over into the Bronco dugout. Count stays 1-2 on Drew Howard. He'll be followed by Mike Maloney, Broncos' top run producer and home run guy. Here's the 1-2 coming up to Howard. Swing and handle shot that goes down near the Kemp bullpen. Drew stays alive as he fought that one off on his fist. A lot of ball to play. Come on out to Himes Field. Or if softball's your game, the softball team playing Northern Illinois behind us at Ebert Field. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Check swing. He did not go, says first base umpire Sal Giacomontonio. Count evens at 2-2 now on Drew. Digs back in, feet shoulder width apart. Fairly upright at the plate, and the pitch. Swing and a shot to short on one hop. It's bobbled by Matthews, and he's got no play. Drew Howard safe on the air by the shortstop, Luke Matthews.
No batter, number 12, Michael Maloney.
So a 1-out base runner for the Broncos. That'll bring up Maloney, the graduate shortstop from Mokina, Illinois. 2 for 9 in the series with 2 runs batted in. Those 2 runs came in on his base hit in the bottom of the 9th that kept the Broncos alive on Friday. Game that ended in 13 innings. Won by Kent 8-7, but Maloney with a big hit there with 2 out in the 9th to keep things going and keep the Broncos in it. Fouls the first pitch, backing out of play. He's hitting for the season .338. Kicking the pitch up high. He's got 6 home runs and 43 runs batted in. Ball and a strike on Maloney. Slightly open stance. Leans back on that back right leg. The 1-1. Swing and a foul at the plate. And Rabatin's ahead of Maloney. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Broncos have not been swept yet this year. They don't want this to be the first. Ball and 2 strikes. Set and the pitch. Outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Drew Howard, the runner at first, safe on the air by the shortstop. Maloney in a battle with Rabatin. The 2-2 on the way. Swing, and he goes the other way. Out to right. Howard let the ball go by as it was close to his feet as he ran the base path towards second. Let it pass him and into right field. He'll hold at second base. First hit of the game for the Broncos to Mike Maloney. Beautiful piece of hitting there by the veteran shortstop. That'll bring up Mark Meneke with 2 runners aboard and 1 out. Broncos with a little first inning threat here. Manicky's a junior from Naperville, Illinois, playing left field all weekend. Left-handed hitter. Swings and fouls this one back and out of play. Marks 2 for 8 in the series with a run score. Hitting .265 with a home run and 18 runs batted in. Of late, he's been squaring the ball up, but hitting him right at folks. See if he can find some daylight out there. Here's a fly ball into deep right center field. Drifting over and under it is the center fielder, Micah Kirikoff. He's under it, makes the catch. Tagging and advancing to third, Drew Howard in with a head-first slide. Ball was cut off by the shortstop. 2 outs, runners at the corners, and here's Avery Thielman.
Broncos, number 31, Avery Thielman.
Thielman from Kalamazoo, Michigan. He's a senior. Go first baseman. MAC Player of the Week last weekend. Had 3 home runs in that Eastern Michigan series in Ypsilanti. For the season, he has 5 home runs. 28 runs batted in. He's looking for number 29 right here with a runner 90 feet away. Thielman hitting .268 for the series, 1 for 10. Had a leadoff double in the 12th inning on Friday, and they could not get him in for the walk-off win. There's a base hit to right field, and the Broncos take the lead. Avery Thielman lines it into right, and it's 1-0 Western Michigan. Wow, Coach Kernan talked about what they were working on in batting practice. And
for your Broncos, number 7.
It's showing. Maloney went the opposite way. Avery Thielman goes oppo on Rabatin, and now the batter will be the left-handed hitting Connor Ostrander. Set by Rabatin, and the pitch. Strike at the letters, 1 strike on Ostrander. Senior from Granger, Indiana, playing right field. Hitting .225 with 3 home runs and 20 runs batted in. He had a pinch hit in Friday's game and had a hit yesterday. He's 2 for 5 in this series with a run score. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a chopper that is foul down the first baseline. No balls and 2 strikes. Maloney, the runner at second. Avery Thielman with a base hit and an RBI down at first. Ostrander trying to keep this inning going. Runner in scoring position. The 0-2 pitch coming up from Rabatin. In the dirt, bounces up there, and the Broncos will advance. Ripken Reese blocked it, lost it for a second. It bounced to his left. He went to his right looking for it, and that allowed Maloney and Thielman to advance, and now a base hit. Could score 2 if Ostrander can drop one in there. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Connor. The set by Rabatin. The kick and the pitch. Inside, almost hit him. Ostrander. Little jackknife there to get out of the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a little nubber in front of the plate. Ripken Reese out in front of the plate, fields it. Clears the traffic and throws to first to retire Ostrander, and the Broncos are out in the first. But they come up with a run on 2 hits. They strand a pair. We go to the second. It's 1-0 Western Michigan. This is Bronco Baseball on YouTube Live and WMUBroncos.com.
Broncos scored 1 run on 2 hits with 1 error and 2 runners left on base. After 1 inning, your Broncos lead 1 to Golden Flashes 0. Want to take the field like a Bronco? Bring out your Little League team to the ballpark and join Western Michigan on the field for the national anthem. If interested, please visit www.broncos.com/Anthem Buddies. Now batting for the Golden Flashes, number 22, Brody Williams.
Four, 5, and 6 hitters due up for Kent here in the top of the second inning. Brody Williams playing first base today. He's behind the plate in the first 2 games. Kicking the pitch to him. Swing and a bouncer to short, and Maloney can't get there. It's through and into center field for a base hit. Williams
Next up to the plate, number 9, Nolan
singles
Belcher.
to left center field. That's his second hit of the series. He was 1 for 9 Friday and Saturday with a double and 3 runs batted in. He leads off the second with a base hit. That'll bring up Nolan Belcher, redshirt freshman from Jonesboro, Arkansas. He's the DH, and he takes a strike call to the belt from Ricky Kidd. Belcher hitting .316 with 7 home runs and 25 RBIs. He got his 7th home run this weekend. He's 2 for 5 with a homer and 2 runs batted in. There's a swing and a foul off the mask of Nolan Zajac. Ben Williams behind home plate will walk one out to Ricky Kidd to give Nolan a breather. No balls, 2 strikes on Nolan Belcher. Spreads out of the plate, leans back on that right leg. Token toss over to first. Williams gets back. Defensively for the Broncos, Pilarski at third. Maloney is at short. Howard, the second baseman. Thielman at first. Menike in left. Malley in center. Ostrander in right. Zajac behind the plate. And Ricky Kidd on the mound. And here's his 0-2. It's high and away. 1-2 the count. Alejandro Covas, the on-deck hitter for Kent State. Here's the 1-2. Line drive into left, right at Menike. He's there and makes the catch. That's what the Broncos were doing yesterday, squaring them up, but right at him balls, and Kent's had that here today.
Number 14, Alejandro Covas.
So maybe the tables are turning in favor of the Broncos. Here's Covas. He's found some gaps this weekend. 5 for 9 with 3 runs scored. He's hitting .316 with 3 home runs and 21 runs batted in. Junior out of Peninsula, Ohio. The pitch to him. Just outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Alejandro Covas. Slightly open at the plate with his stance. Slight crouch. The 1-0. There's a strike. Outside corner at the knees. 1-1. Runner at first, one down. Broncos lead at 1-0 here in the second. There's a fly ball to center. Tanner Malley back under it. And he's got it, hustles it in. Runner holds it first. And another well hit ball, but right at one of the Bronco fielders.
Number 32, Micah Kirikoff.
Here comes Micah Kirikoff, looking for his first hit in this series. He's hit the ball hard, but hasn't found any luck. 0 for 10 with 3 strikeouts. He's had a good season so far for the Flashes. The sophomore out of Indianapolis, hitting .293 with 5 home runs and 31 runs batted in. Waves that bat over home plate and locks it up behind his right shoulder. The kick on the pitch from Ricky Kidd is a breaking ball in for a strike. 1 strike on Kirikoff. They play him deep and straight away. Kidd delivers. There's a shot right over the glove of Drew Howard. Kirikoff in with a base hit, and advancing to third is Williams. Kent has him at the corners with 2 out.
Making his way to the plate, number 2.
That was roped. Howard put his glove out there, and it couldn't find the ball, as that thing was a shot on 1 hop into right center for a base hit. So Kirikoff with his first hit of the series. That'll bring up Grady Mee, former Bronco, playing second base today for Kent. He got into Friday's game as a pinch hitter. 0 for 3 in the series with a strikeout, hitting .257 with a couple of home runs and 18 runs batted in. Here's a throw down to second, and Kent gets the runner in from third base. Kirikoff ran a delayed steal. Zajac went ahead with the throw. It was cut off by Maloney, who's on the right side of the infield. Threw it back to the plate. The throw was a bit high, and breaking for home was Williams, and he scored under the tag as Zajac. And we're tied at 1. Two and 0 the count on the batter. There's a strike called on Grady Mee. 2 and 1 on Mee. Kirikoff down at second now. 2 and 1 count. The pitch. Swing and a bouncer to the second baseman Howard. Over to first, and Mee is retired. The Flashes score 1. We go to the bottom of the second. Western Michigan 1, Kent State 1. This is Western Michigan baseball on YouTube Live and WMUBroncos.com.
In the top of the second for the Golden Flashes, there was 1 run on 2 hits with no errors and 1 runner left on base. After 1.5 innings, the score is tied at 1. Bronco fans, be sure to stop by the marketing table to get the time of the 7th inning stretch. The contest ends at the end of this inning. Don't miss out. The winner of today's Buster's RBI Challenge is Phil Dino. Phil Dino, congratulations. Make sure to head to the marketing table to claim your prize.
So Kent State uses a delayed steal to get a run in from third base. That'll bring up the Broncos here in the bottom of the second. Tied at 1. Robatin winds and pitches to Polubinski. That's outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Josh. Junior out of Plainfield, Illinois, DHing here today. He was 1 for 4 on Friday. Didn't play yesterday. 1 for 4 with a run scored. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike now on Josh. He's hitting .304. 3 home runs and 16 runs batted in. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a chopper at the plate, foul. One of those Polubinski home runs and 4 of those Polubinski RBIs came in a grand slam. 9th inning comeback rally at Central Michigan a few weeks ago. A ball and 2 strikes. The pitch in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Polubinski. He'll be followed by Pilarski and Zajac. Bottom 3 men in Coach Billy Gernon's batting order today. The windup in the 2-2. Popped up on the infield. Me calling for it at second base. He's got it. Polubinski is retired.
Coming up to bat, number 10, Mason Pilarski.
Here's the freshman from Macomb, Michigan, Mason Pilarski. Bronco third baseman. Hitting .211, no home runs, 9 runs batted in. 2 for 6 in the series with a couple of runs scored. Takes the first pitch over but low. 1 ball and no strikes to Mason. Done an outstanding job locking down third base this year for Coach Gernon in his first year as a Bronco. Bats out of open stance, deep in the box. Hits this one foul down the third baseline. Ball and a strike to Mason. He got victimized yesterday by the hard dirt in front of home plate. Kent bounced. Had to be like 3 or 4 of them over his head at third base. Talked about that with Coach before the game. There's a take on a pitch just outside, 2-1. That ball was bouncing yesterday off the Kent bats. Got a couple of doubles that way. 2 balls, 1 strike on Pilarski. The pitch, swing, and he drives one down the third, but stabbed there by Marshall, and he throws him out. Good play by Brady Marshall. Went down to a knee, backhanded that ball near the bag, and fires to first to retire Mason. That'll bring up Zajac with 2 out, nobody on. Kent 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error. Broncos 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for Western Michigan here in the bottom of the second. Zajac stands in, sophomore from Carleton, Michigan. There's a strike called at the knees on Zajac. He's 0 for 4 in the series with an RBI and a run scored. He dropped a beautiful safety squeeze bunt down to drive in a run on Friday. Here's the 0-1 to him. In the dirt. A ball and a strike to Zajac. Nolan has made 35 starts now behind the plate. Ball and a strike. There's a pitch on the outside corner at the letters. Strike 2. 1-2 now to Zajac. Tanner Malley in the top of the order. In the on deck circle. The pitch Ooh, that was close, just missed. Up high, 2-2 to Zajac. Grady Mee back there on the outfield grass near the bag at second. And Nolan swings and misses, strike 3. Side is retired. We go to the third, tied at 1. This is Western Michigan baseball on YouTube Live and WMUBroncos.com.
In the bottom of the second inning for Western Michigan, the Broncos scored no runs on no hits with no errors and no runners left on base. Your score stays tied at 1. Hey, Bronco fans, it's Sunday, so that means kids run the bases after the conclusion of today's game. Meet the marketing team by the dugout on the third base side for your chance to take a lap around the bases.
You missed those other Mid-American Conference scores so far this week, and on Friday, Kent defeated the Broncos here in 13 innings, 8-7. Miami, a 12-5 winner at home over Central Michigan. Bowling Green defeated Toledo at BG on Friday, 9-5. UMass knocked off Ball State and Muncie 9-8. And to finish that game yesterday, and UMass went on to win it 9-8. Northern Illinois at home defeated Eastern Michigan 15-9, and Akron put 21 on the Ohio Bobcats at Bob Rent Stadium in Athens, Ohio. Akron 21, Ohio 7 on Friday. Saturday it was Kent over the Broncos 9-1. Miami defeated Central again 6-1. They're going for a sweep today. Toledo even that series at a win apiece with a 3-1 win over Bowling Green at BG yesterday. Northern Illinois going for the sweep over Eastern Michigan. They won yesterday 11-8 after that big 15-9 win on Friday. Ball State came back, got a 1-run win over UMass and Muncie 10-9 yesterday to even that series at a game apiece. And Akron going for the sweep today after a 9-6 win yesterday over the Bobcats. Luke Matthews, the batter. He's behind in the count, no balls and 1 strike. He digs back in. Kid winds and delivers. Strike in the outside corner. And Bronco right-hander Ricky Kidd ahead of the hitter, no balls and 2 strikes. Matthews is from Marietta, California. Takes one outside. A ball and 2 strikes. He's a senior, hitting .270 with a home run and 27 runs batted in. He's batted in the 9-hole all 3 games now. 2 for 8 with a double and 3 runs scored. The 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ricky winds and delivers. Bouncer to second base. Drew Howard over. Scoops it up and throws him out. Little flip to first. And Matthews is retired. 1 down in the Kent 3rd inning. Back to the top of the order and Brady Marshall.
Brady Marshall.
Marshall bounced out to Maloney at short in the first inning. Swings and fouls this one back. 1 strike on Marshall. 2 for 10 now in the series. Right-handed hitter, crowds the plate out of a crouch, the 0-1. Strike at the belt on the outside corner. Kidd ahead of Marshall, no balls and 2 strikes. Play Marshall medium depth in the outfield and straightaway. That pitch goes back to the screen. Out of the reach is Zajac. A ball and 2 strikes now on Marshall. No midweek action for the Broncos. They'll get ready to take on Miami next weekend. There's a bouncer to second. Howard near the bag, gloves it on a big hop, and throws in one motion to Thielman, and they get Marshall. Nice play by Drew Howard in front of the bag at second base. 2 down, and the batter is Ripken Reese. Reese singled to the left center field. His 6th hit of the series. Pitch is in there for a called strike at the letters on the inside part of the plate. He's now 6 for 12 in the weekend series. Kicking the pitch. Swing and a bouncer to second. Gloved by Howard on his knees. Fires to first, and he got him. Drew Howard with a great play as he went to his right, backhanded the ball, and got partially off the ground and threw a strike over to first to retire Ripken Reese. 3 up, 3 down for Kent in the third. We go to the bottom of the third, tied at 1. This is Western Michigan Baseball on YouTube Live at WMUBroncos.com.
In the top of the third for the Golden Flashes, there were no runs on no hits with no errors and no runners left on base. After 2.5 innings, the score stayed tied at 1. Western Michigan Baseball is back in action on Friday, May 1st against the Miami Redhawks right here at Heinz Field. First pitch is at 3:05 p.m. Secure your seats today by visiting WMUBroncos.com/tickets. You always fold jump. Back to back for your Broncos, number 2, Tanner Malley.
Robin Hook back with you in Heinz Field, Robert J. Bob Stadium on a beautiful day for baseball here in Kalamazoo. Broncos and Kent locked in a 1-1 tie here so far. As the Broncos bat in the third, back at the top of the order with Tanner Malley, Drew Howard, and Mike Maloney due up against Ben Rabatin. First pitch to Tanner is fouled back and out of play onto the berm. 1 strike on Malley once again going after that first pitch. He's been doing it all year long to the tune of a .475 batting average. That one in the dirt, a ball and a strike to Tanner. On base percentage now at .592. .475 batting average. The kick and the pitch, swing and a line shot, one hop in the hole to Matthews. Long throw to first is up the line, and down to first goes Tanner Malley. That'll be an infield single for Malley. That was deep in the hole. It's short for Matthews.
Number 3.
He did what he could, but the speedy Malley on first base with an infield single. Third hit of the day for the Broncos. And that'll bring up Drew Howard. When Malley gets on base, which is quite often, with .475 batting average and an on base of almost .600, good things happen. He's over there at first base, draws a throw. Drew Howard at the plate, who retired the side on 3 ground balls in the third against Kent. Takes the first pitch from Rabatin up high, 1 ball, no strikes. Malley 19 out of 24 and stolen bases. Got robbed of one on Friday. More on that in a minute if you missed that. Throw over to first. Tanner gets back with a head first dive. Down 1 in the 13th inning. Malley got aboard and tried to steal second base. Looked like he was in there with a head first slide, but the umpire on the play, Ben Williams, who's behind the plate today, said that before Tanner's hand hit the bag, he was tagged out on the foot in his head first slide. So that erased the potential tying run, and Kent went on to win it 8-7 in 13. Here's a 2-0 to Howard. That's inside, and it's 3-0 now on Drew Howard. Runner at first, nobody out, tied at 1. We're in the third. The set by Rabatin, the pitch. Strike of the letters. Drew taken all the way there. 3 balls and 1 strike on the Broncos senior second baseman. Digs back in. Malley gets the lead at first, being held on there by Brody Williams. Malley draws a throw and he's back. Three balls and 1 strike, the count to Howard. Rabatin to the bout, checks Malley at first and throws over there again. Tanner not very far off the bag. Don't expect him to go on a 3-1 count. The set by Rabatin. There he fakes and doesn't go, and then the ball is off the glove of the catcher anyway. Ripken Reese tracks it down in front of the dugout, and down to first goes Drew Howard with a walk. So speed on the bases for Western Michigan. And pitching coach Mike Burkbeck going out to talk to his right-hander. Nobody throwing for Kent. Burkbeck, one of the more respected pitching coaches in college baseball. Broncos have a great young pitching coach in Zach Putnam, doing an outstanding job. The Bronco Hurlers. Mike Maloney will bat. He singled in his first at bat in the first inning. Broncos scored on an RBI base hit by Avery Thielman. Here's a set by Rabatin. The pitch to Maloney. In the dirt, goes all the way back to the screen, and both runners advance. This one
got by Ripken Reese. That's a pass ball. That should have been knocked down. And Reese, who played third base in the first 2 games, back behind the plate today, just couldn't come up with that one. It stayed down on him and under his glove. 1 ball, no strikes. Malley's now at third. Drew Howard, the runner, at second. And a huge hole over on the right side for Maloney to shoot at. And that's right where he put his base hit in the first inning. Chops one on the infield. That'll score a run. Charging is Matthews. The throw to first in time. They get Maloney, but an RBI for Mike as Malley comes in to score.
Hitting extra at third, number 20, Mark Meneke.
Runner at third is Howard with 1 out, and here's Mark Meneke. Meneke 2 for 9 in the series. He flew out to center field in the first. Hit the ball sharply, but right at him quite a bit this weekend. Takes a pitch for a strike in the outside corner. 1 strike on Meneke. Stands in there hitting .263. He's got a home run. 18 runs batted in. 0-1 to him. Swung on and fouled back. Ooh, he shakes his head and wants that pitch back. It's the one he was looking for, and he fouled it off. Rabatin ahead of the hitter now. No balls and 2 strikes on Meneke. Now he chops one over the pitcher's head. They hold the runner at third, and Meneke is retired. Drew Howard not going on contact. Had he been going on contact, he might have scored. As that one bounced over the head of the pitcher. Sure, Drew had to make sure the pitcher didn't field it, and then it was too late to go. Broncos lead at 2-1. Thielman trying to deliver this run 90 feet away. Singled in a run in the first inning. Kicking the pitch to him. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes to the 6'5" first baseman from Kalamazoo. Hitting .274 now after that hit. It's 2 for 11 in the series. Kicking the pitch. There's a strike at the letters. Ball and a strike to Thielman. Turns and chats with the home plate umpire. Now digs back in. Slightly open at the plate. Spreads out. Bat low over the right shoulder. Kicking the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Ripken Reese blocks that one and saves a run from scoring. 2 balls and a strike to Thielman. Broncos on top 2-1, trying to extend that lead with a runner 90 feet away. 2-1 count on Thielman. The kick of the pitch. High, 2 and make it 3-1 now on Avery Thielman. 3 balls and 1 strike. Grady Mee in the edge of the dirt at second base. Thielman can go that way and try to give himself some room to make a play if Avery does decide to shoot one that side of the diamond. Foul this one back. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes on Thielman with 2 out. Howard at third. A run in for the Broncos. Avery digs in. The payoff pitch from Rabatin. And it hit him in the elbow guard. And down to first goes Thielman. Hit by the pitch. Sounded like it might have hit the bat, but it hit his elbow guard. And Ben Williams immediately signaled hit by the pitch.
Ostrander.
We'll bring up Ostrander. Runners at the corners. Kent State ran a little double steal delay to get their run in a similar situation. Ostrander swings and fouls one back. Thielman, though, not as much of a threat to steal as Kirikov was in the situation that allowed Kent to get that runner in from third on a throw down to second. Timeout called at the plate. And Williams writing something down. I'm not sure. That was a. They're going to restart the pitch clock. Not sure what that was about, but anyway, no balls, one strike to Ostrander, trying to deliver a run here with 2 out in the third. 2-1 Western Michigan. Token toss over there to first. Thielman gets back. Rabat works from the middle part of the rubber, working from the set with runners aboard. Here's the 0-1. Strike called on the inside corner of the letters with a changeup. No balls and 2 strikes. And now the catcher, Ripken Reese, out in front of home plate to signal his infielders. Thielman takes his lead at first. The 0-2 pitch from Rabat and on the way. There goes Thielman. There's a chopper to short. Bobbled by Matthews, and that'll allow the run to score. Matthews with his second error of the day allows the Broncos to take a 3-1 lead on that chopper in the infield by Connor Ostrander.
17, Josh Polabensky.
Three to 1 Broncos. Here's Polabensky with 2 on and 2 out. The pitch, swing, and a pop up into shallow center field. Kirikov coming on, he's under it and makes the catch. The side is retired, but the Broncos scored twice. They strand a pair. They lead it after 3. It's Western Michigan 3, Kent State 1. 4th inning is next on YouTube Live at WMUBroncos.com.
In the bottom of the 3rd inning for Western Michigan, your Broncos scored 2 runs on 1 hit with 1 error and 2 runners left on base. After 3 innings, your Broncos take the lead 3-1. Flashes, number 38, Sawyer Solitaria.
Here we go with the fourth. Broncos on top 3-1. Couple errors contributing to the Broncos' 3 hits today. Ricky Kidd back out there. Here's a hard hit ball, but right at Tanner Malley in center field, back in front of the warning track. Makes the catch, 1 pitch and 1 out. Another hard hit ball by Kent right at a Bronco.
And next, number 22, Brody Williams.
That was happening to Western Michigan yesterday. A lot of hard hit balls that went into gloves of the Golden Flashes, and it's happening the other way around today. The Broncos with a 3-1 lead. Ricky Kidd sailing through. Here's the windup and the pitch. In there for a strike with a slider. 1 strike on Brody Williams. Williams singled and scored in that double steal by Kent State. With runners at the corners, Kirikoff took off from first, drew a throw down to second, and was cut off in front of the bag by Maloney, who was playing on the second base side of the bag, and he fired it back to Zajac, but the throw was a bit high and allowed Williams to slide in under the tag for the only Kent run of the day so far. Here's a pop-up in foul territory near the first base coach's box, and Avery Thielman hauls it in. 2 quick outs for Kidd here in the 4th.
Number 9, Nolan Belcher.
That'll bring up Belcher. Redshirt freshman DH out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. Lined out to Menike in left field. Takes a strike of the knees with a fastball from Ricky. 1 strike on Belcher. 2 for 6 in the series now. Hit a home run. Hit his home run into the netting in front of the scoreboard. Swings and misses at that changeup. It's 0-2 now on Belcher. Takes that one outside, try to get him to chase. A ball and 2 strikes. Broncos play him deep and straight away. The windup by Kidd and the 1-2. Popped up. Drew Howard out in the grass in right field, just behind the dirt. Hauls it in to retire the side. Another 3 up, 3 down inning for Ricky Kidd. Broncos bat in the 4th, leading 3-1. This is Western Michigan baseball on YouTube Live at WMUBroncos.com.
For the Golden Flashes, there were no runs on no hits with no errors and no runners left on base. After 3.5 innings, your Broncos still lead 3 to Golden Flashes 1. Bronco fans, it's time for some music trivia. The first person to report to the marketing table and correctly guess the artist and song will receive a prize from Western Michigan Baseball. Once again, the first person to report to the marketing table and correctly guess the artist and song will receive a prize from Western Michigan Baseball.
Before the Broncos bat here in the 4th inning, leading 3-1. Let's check the other scores in Mid-American Conference play. How about the UMass Minutemen? They've been battling Ball State. They won first game of the series, lost yesterday's game on a 1-run affair. They lead the Cardinals today 7-0 in the bottom of the 6th in Muncie.
Mason Talarski.
Toledo's at Bowling Green. They're in the 4th inning, and the Falcons lead that one 4-3. Miami going for a sweep at home against Central Michigan, leading the Chippewas 4-2 in the 4th. First pitch to Pilarski is high, 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the 4th at Ohio. The Bobcats trying to salvage one from their series with Akron, leading the Zips 5-3, bottom of the 4th. Eastern Michigan and Northern Illinois just underway. Huskies going for a weekend sweep at home over Eastern Michigan. Here it's 3-1 Broncos, and a 2-0 count now on Pilarski as he faces Ben Rabatin here in the bottom of the 4th. The windup and the pitch. That was over but low, and it's 3-0 now to Mason. He'll be followed by Zajac, and then the top of the order, Tanner Malley. The 6-foot righty, Rabatin, from Parma, Ohio, delivers a strike. 3-1 now on Mason, who was taking all the way there. Steps back in. He's got that front left foot pointed down the third baseline. Then he closes it up with his load. Here's a bouncer over the mound. In front of the bag, the second baseman, Mee, has it and fires the first to retire Pilarski. A lot of these Kent Golden Flashes not used to fielding on the grass and the dirt. Playing on the artificial surface at Kent and in many of the facilities in the MAC now. One of the few grass and dirt fields here at Himes Field, and Grady Mees played 3 seasons here at Western Michigan. He knows how to do it and showed it right there with a nice play behind the mound. Zajac, the batter, and the first pitch ruled a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Nolan Zajac. Rabatin winds and delivers over but low. 2-0. Ripken Reese trying to frame that one, but Ben Williams said nope, that was down. 2-0 to Nolan Zajac. Struck out in his first at bat. He's looking for his first hit of the series. 0 for 5 now. Takes another ball. 3-0 the count on Nolan. Kicking the pitch. Strike of the letters. 3-1. Zajac taken all the way on the 3-0. Feet shoulder width apart. Leans back on that right leg a bit. And the 3-1. That's high. All 4. And Zajac draws a 1-out walk. Back to the top of the order. Here comes Tanner Malley.
The batting for your Broncos, number 2, Tanner Malley.
Bounced out to the shortstop in the first, and then an infield single in the hole at short, and scored a run for the Broncos. There's a strike with a fastball to knees. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors for the Broncos. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 errors for Kent State so far. Both on the shortstop, Luke Matthews. 1 strike to Malley. The pitch. Swing and a foul down the right field line over near the bullpen and onto the berm, out of play. Count goes 0-2. Zajac not a threat to steal over there. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a chopper in the hole and into left field for a base hit. Tanner Malley finds another hole.
Seeing ice single through the left side, and the Broncos have him at first and second with one out. For Drew Howard.
For Western Michigan, number 3, Drew Howard.
Even if Matthews had been able to come up with that ball, there's no way he was going to get Tanner. That one sneaks through for a base hit. Tanner now 2 for 3. Doing what he does. Here's Howard. Trying to do what he does, come up with big base hits. College baseball veteran. 3 seasons at Evansville, playing his senior year here at Western Michigan. No balls, 1 strike on Drew. The pitch, high. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Zajac at second. Malley the runner at first. Broncos trying to add to their 3-1 lead. Kicking the pitch. Swing and a foul back out of play. One ball, 2 strikes now on Drew. Maloney in the on deck circle. Bronco coach Billy Gernon changing the order a little bit. Moving Drew back into the 2 hole where he's hit most of the season. Up a spot from the 3 hole now with Maloney hitting there. There's a line drive that is speared by Matthews over to second. He gets the force. What a great play there by Matthews as he dove to his right and backhanded that ball. And while still on the ground, fired to second to get the force on Malley. That was hit sharply by Drew Howard, a fielder's choice. Zajac advances to third. And Maloney will bat, a chance to add to the lead with a runner 90 feet away. The set and the pitch. Swing and base hit to right field. Great piece of hitting by Maloney. Just walked up there, looked for a pitch on the outer third and slapped it to right for a base hit and an RBI. That is just textbook by Maloney. Zajac comes in to score. Drew Howard down to second. Maloney the runner at first. Reese Ripken goes out to talk to his pitcher. And stepping up is Mark Meneke. Broncos lead it now 4-1. That base hit by Maloney is second of the game, and there's a fly ball into center field off the bat of Meneke. Dropping back and under it is Kirikov. He hauls it in. The side is retired, but the Broncos add a run on an RBI single by Maloney. After 4 complete innings of play, it's Western Michigan 4, Kent State 1. This is Western Michigan baseball on YouTube Live and WMUBroncos.com.
Fourth inning for Western Michigan. The Broncos scored 1 run on 2 hits with no errors and 2 runners left on base. After 4 innings, your Broncos lead 4. The Golden Flashes 1. Fans, you voted and we heard. Here is your song selected by the fans on the Western Michigan Baseball Instagram account. Now the box for Kent State, number 14, Alejandro Kovas.
Kovas, Kirchhoff, and me due up here in the 5th against Ricky Kidd, who's scattered 3 hits. The pitch is a strike with a slider. 1 strike on Alejandro Kovas. Flew out to center in the 2nd inning. The 0-1 on the way. Strike. Kovas didn't think so. Shaking his head there as he steps out. No balls and 2 strikes on the Peninsula, Ohio junior left fielder. That one's outside. Tried to get him to chase. Pena laid off. I should say Kovas laid off. The 1-2 on the way. In the dirt. Bounces back to the screen. 2-2. Good weekend, though, for Alejandro Kovas. Hitting .500 for the series, 5 for 10. 2-2 pitch from Kidd on the way. Fouled back and out of play. Wind blowing across from right field to left field. Two on the way. Swing right back up the middle. Almost hit Kidd. Ricky reached down as that ball went by, but he couldn't come up with it. He was trying not to get smoked.
The Golden Flashes, number 32, Micah Kirchhoff.
Leadoff single for Kovas. His 6th hit of the series. Here comes Kirchhoff. After going 0 for 10 the first 2 games, Kirchhoff finally got a base hit. He's hit the ball pretty hard this weekend, but hit him right at him. But in the 2nd inning, he lined one up the middle for a base hit. Kick of the pitch. He squares the bunt, pops it up. Zajac catches it in the air, and Kirchhoff is out. Popped it up in front of the plate, and Zajac pounced out of there from his crouch behind the plate and caught that ball to retire Kirchhoff on a foiled bunt attempt.
Now batting number 2.
Runner at first, 1 out.
Pregame.
And the batter is Grady Mee. Mee bounced out second to first. They shift on Grady, batting from the left side. He's a switch hitter. Kick of the pitch. Up high from Kidd. 1 ball, no strikes. Maloney, Howard, and Thielman all on the right side of the diamond. Thielman's holding the runner on. Pilarski in on the grass at third base. As B's a good bunter. There's a swing and a miss. Throw down to Maloney, covering the bag, is over the head of Maloney and into center field, and in with his stolen base is Alejandro Kovas. Coach Kernan's going to say that the batter interfered with his catcher trying to make a throw down to second base. And Ben Williams will confer with his umpires. Grady cannot impede with the throw. If he came across the plate while Zajac was trying to throw down to second base, they can call that runner out. Umpires are talking about it.
long conversation. So there is some doubt out there, perhaps. And they're going to say safe at second base. So we're going to say that Grady did not interfere with Nolan's attempt to throw out the run. Count will stay 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at second base. Broncos lead it 4-1. Kent batting here in the top of the 5th against Ricky Kidd. The pitch is bunted down the third baseline, and Kidd has no play as he slips and falls fielding the ball. Great bunt by Grady. Well, he just dropped it in the grass down the third baseline. And the runner advances from second to third. Now they're at first and third with 1 out for Luke Matthews in the 9-hole. And Kent's only run came in a similar situation with runners at the corners and a good base runner, Kurikoff at first base. He went on a delayed steal. Zajac went ahead with a throw down to second, and the runner from third was able to get back into home plate with a double steal, sliding under the tag of Zajac after the throw from Maloney down at second base was high. That's how they scored their first run. First and third, you got good base runners out there. Would they try that again? Or maybe a bunt here by Matthews. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch outside 2-0. Kovas, the runner at third base. Grady Meehan at first with a bunt single. 2-0 the count. The pitch driven into left field for a base hit. That's going to go all the way to the warning track. Scooped up by Meneke. In with a stand-up double is Matthews. Into score comes Kovas. Down to third goes Me.
Batting next for the Golden Flashes, number 4, Brady Marshall.
It's now 4-2 Western Michigan. Still only 1 out. 2 runners in scoring position for the leadoff man, Brady Marshall. Kidd working from the set. Checks his runner at third. The pitch. Strike. Fastball to knees on the outside corner. 1 strike to count on Marshall. Ricky's pitch count at 56 now. He can go over 100 pitches. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul. Ooh, that one off the end of the dugout there. Dodging for cover there. That was a shot off the bat of Marshall into his home team dugout. He's down in the count though. 0-2 the pitch. Swing and another foul onto the berm down the right field line where some folks are enjoying the ball game. Brought the blanket on top of the berm. That's a good spot on a day like today. No balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. The pitch high. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Marshall. Grady Mee at third. Luke Matthews at second. A run in, 1 out. Broncos need a ground ball or a strikeout here. And Marshall stays alive. Just got a piece of that one. Fouled it back 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch. Swinging a bouncer to first. Thielman will come home with it. Now they got me in a rundown between home and third, and he dodges the tag from Drew Howard, or Pilarski rather. Pilarski in the rundown whiffed on the tag as Grady Mee ducked under him. And now the bases are loaded and they don't get anybody.
Now batting number 8, Rick Reese.
Me came breaking home. Thielman came up with a bouncer. He was in on the grass. He came right to the plate, and Zajac ran me back towards Pilarski, and Mason missed the tag. Bases loaded, 1 out, and the batter is Reese. Here's another bouncer to first base. This time they get the force play on me. Ripken Reese swinging at the first pitch, chopped one to the 6'5" Thielman at first base. He came right home to get the force on me.
For the Golden Flashes, number 38,
bases stay loaded
Solitaria.
for the dangerous Sawyer Solitaria. Broncos aren't out of trouble yet. This guy can rake. Bases loaded, 2 out. 4-2. Broncos on top. The pitch. Strike. Belt high on the outside corner. 1 strike on Sawyer Solitaria. It's 0 for 2 today. Lined out to short into a double play. And a line shot to Maloney, who doubled up the runner at first. There's a strike called on the outside corner, and Ricky's ahead. No balls and 2 strikes on the dangerous Sawyer's Solitaria, the MAC Freshman of the Year. First team all-conference last season. He's got the bases loaded. The 0-2 pitch. Swinging a chopper to short. Maloney's got it. He'll go to second for the force, and the Broncos get out of it and strand the bases loaded. Kent does score 1, but it could have been worse. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Western Michigan 4, Kent State 2. This is Western Michigan baseball on YouTube Live at WWBroncos.com.
In the top of the 5th for the Golden Flashes, there was 1 run on 3 hits with no errors and 3 runners left on base. After 4.5 innings, your Broncos still lead 4, the Golden Flashes 2. For your Broncos, number 31, Avery Thielman.
I think warnings went to both dugouts as the chief umpire this weekend, Sal Giacomantonio, talks to both dugouts, and now home plate umpire Ben Williams looks into the Bronco dugout for a word. And now Coach Kernan is coming out to talk to Ben Williams. And Kent State dugout does a lot of chirping. That's just what they do. The Broncos don't do that. But I think today they were determined to give it back a little bit. And I think that's what this is all about. Not a fan of the chirping, to be honest with you. All State does it. Central Michigan does it. Kent State does it. That's how they operate. Broncos are more like the way I coached back in the day. You don't chirp. You cheer for your teammates, but you don't chirp. And here we go. Both teams have been warned. Here's the windup by Rabat, and the pitch to Thielman is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Some of the Bronco fans have taken note of the Kent State tactics, and they've let their feelings be known. Here's a swing and a miss. Oh, Avery was going for stadium drive with that cut. Came up empty on the change piece. 1-1. Ball got away from the Kent bullpen. Now we're ready to go. 1 ball, 1 strike to Thielman. Broncos lead at 4-2 in the 5th. The pitch, swing, and a chopper foul down the third baseline. Coach Gernon mentioned in the pregame that the Broncos in batting practice were working on moving the ball around the field instead of lofting them in the air, and they've done that here today. Kicking the pitch, swing, and a line drive that is going to drop into right center field for a base hit. Thielman hit it off the end of the bat, but got it into the outfield for a leadoff single here in the 5th inning.
Next for your Broncos, number 7, Connor Ostrander.
That'll bring up Ostrander. Runner at first, nobody out. Set and the pitch. Squares to bunt. Pulls it back. Takes ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ostrander bounced out to the catcher in front of the plate and was safe on an error by the shortstop in the 3rd. The pitch to him. Strike at the letters. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ostrander, the senior from Granger, Indiana. He's got a couple of hits this weekend. And a pinch hit, base hit on Friday. Ball and a strike. Was set by Rabat, and the pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike now to Connor. Thielman at first base, not a base stealing threat. 2 for 4 this year in stolen base attempts. 2-1 pitch, high and away, 3-1. Right-hander throwing in the Kent bullpen. Nobody loosening in the Bronco bullpen. 84 the pitch count now for Ben Rabatin. 3-1 on the way. Ball 4. He walked him. And the Broncos have the first 2 men aboard here in the bottom of the 5th, leading 4-2. Here's Polubinski.
Now in the box for your Broncos, number 17, Josh Polubinski.
Polubinski is put together. Well, he could play tight end on your football team. .6'5", 210. And if he gets a hold of one, he can hit it a long way. The kick and the pitch. He squares to bunt. And that one was up in his grill, and he just got the bat on it and fouled it off. Paul Lubinsky called upon to bunt here by Coach Gernon, and he fouled it off on a pitch. Would have hit him between the eyes had he not got his bat on it. And he's going to regroup a bit. Let's see if Coach takes the bunt off here. I don't think this big fella's used to bunting. But he was trying. No balls, 1 strike to Josh. They're in on the corners at first and third, expecting the bunt. Polubinski swings instead and comes up empty. No balls and 2 strikes. He'll definitely be swinging here now with a 2-strike count. Taps home plate. And now the 0-2 coming up from Robatin is outside. Ripken Reese has to lunge out to come up with that ball. It was ticketed for the backstop. Polubinski popped up to second and flew out to right in his first 2 at-bats today. He's got a 1-2 count on him here with a runner at second and first. Swing and a fly ball into left field. Plenty of room out there for Kovas. He comes up with it and hustles it in. The runner's hold. Josh made a bid, but not really conducive to home runs today with that wind blowing in.
Hitting next, number 10, Mason Pilarski.
Here's Pilarski. Freshman from Macomb. 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to third and grounded out to second base in his first 2 at-bats. Swings and fouls this one back. 1 strike the count on Pilarski. Broncos got the first 2 men on. Polubinski couldn't move him up. Pilarski trying to do so. 1 strike to count the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Came up empty. 0-2 to Mason. Zajac, the on-deck hitter. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Just reared back and fired it past Mason Pilarski. He's out swinging. It'll bring up Zajac.
Next up the bat for your Broncos, number 27, Nolan Zajac.
Zajac, the number 9 hitter. Trying to deliver here. Broncos got the first 2 men aboard, but Polubinski flied out and Pilarski struck out. There's a bouncer up the middle near the bag, and it's gloved by me, and he'll step on second base for the force to retire the side. Kent left the bases loaded in the 5th. Broncos strand a pair in their half. We go to the 6th, 4-2 Broncos. This is Western Michigan Baseball on YouTube Live and WMUBroncos.com.
In the bottom of the 5th inning for Western Michigan, your Broncos scored no runs on 1 hit with no errors in and 2 runners left on base. After 5 innings, Western Michigan leads 4 to Kent State 2. Hey Bronco fans, it's Sunday, so that means kids run the bases after the conclusion of today's game. Meet the marketing team by the dugout on the third base side for your chance to take a lap around the bases. Now batting, number 22, Brody Williams.
Here we go, 6th inning, as Kent State will send up Williams, Belcher, and Kovas, the scheduled hitters, against Ricky Kidd, just threw his 67th pitch. He's gone past 100 pitches in each of the last 2 outings. He's got a strike on Williams. Playing first base today after catching the first 2. He's out of Eddyville, Kentucky. 1 for 2 today. He singled and scored in the second. He scored on that double steal by the Flashes. Fouled out to first in the 4th. Takes a pitch high. Count goes 2 balls and a strike now on Brody Williams. Two one on the way. Swung on and driven foul. He got all of it, but pulled it foul. 2-2 now on Williams. They play him deep and around the left. 6 home runs to his credit this year. The 2-2 pitch just missed off the corner. Count full now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wind up by Ricky, the pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. Williams draws a leadoff walk. Broncos lead by 2. They led all the way.
Nolan Belcher.
Actually, was tied at 1 after Kent equaled the Bronco first inning 1 run. Tied it in the second. Broncos then took the lead. Here's a pop-up on the infield by Belcher. Shading his eyes is Howard. He's got it. Drew hauls it in. Ball was drifting on him, and he started over near the bag and ended up halfway between second and first. Hauled that high pop-up. Yeah, that was a major league pop-up right there. 1 down. Runner holds.
Number 14, Alejandro Kovas.
Here's Kovas. The junior from Peninsula, Ohio. 1 for 2 today. Scored a run. Takes his strike called from Ricky Kidd. 1 strike on Kovas. Open stance at the plate. Bouncer to short. Could be 2. Maloney to second for 1. Howard to first. They got the double play by a half a step. 6-4-3 double play to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Broncos 4, Kent State 2. This is Western Michigan baseball on YouTube Live and WMUBroncos.com.
Doing something mean to it, doing better than anybody you ever seen. Do it
In the top of the 6th for the Golden Flashes, there were no runs on no hits with no errors and no runners left on base. After 5.5 innings, Western Michigan leads 4 to Kent State 2. Now for Bronco fans, it's time for the winning inning. If Western Michigan scores at least 1 run, a few lucky fans will be going home with a prize courtesy of Western Michigan Athletics. Now the mound for Kent State, number 52, Gavin Jones.
Earlier today, the Western Michigan softball team, their final home game of the season, salvaged one of the 3-game series against Northern Illinois, winning today by a score of 4-0. They scored 3 runs in the third, 1 in the fourth, and Hannah Potts shut out Northern Illinois as the Broncos win it by a score of 4-0. So a big win for Western Michigan.
Now batting for your Broncos, number 2, Tanner Malley.
They'll be at Kent State next weekend to wrap up conference play before the MAC tournament. Top of the order for the Broncos here in the 6th, leading 4-2. Tanner Malley pops it up on the first pitch into shallow right field. Coming on is Solitaria, and he runs it down near the foul line behind first base. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the Broncos' 6th inning. New pitcher for Kent State, Gavin Jones.
Now in the box
Now for the Flashes. He's out of North Royalton, Ohio, a junior, 6'3", 205-pound right-hander. And his record 0-2. This is his 12th appearance. He's made 5 starts. 17 1/3 innings for Jones. 23 hits, 22 runs, 21 earned runs, 13 walks, 15 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .319 on this guy. He gets the nation's leading hitter on a foul pop-up, or a pop-up, I should say, just in fair territory down the right field line to Solitaria. And now he's even the count on Drew Howard. 1 ball and 1 strike. The windup and the pitch. Inside, almost hit him. 2-1 on Drew Howard. Jones's record 0-2. He's got a 10.90 earned run average. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a chopper to third. Big hop for Marshall. He'll throw him out. 2 down here quickly in the Bronco 6th inning. That'll bring up Mike Maloney.
Next up to bat, number 12, Michael Maloney.
Maloney singled and scored in the first. Drove in a run with a bounce out in the third and singled in a run in the fourth. Broncos leading RBI man, batting in the 3-hole today. 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike called from Gavin Jones. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2, letter high fastball. No balls and 2 strikes now on Maloney. Broncos holding on to a 4-2 lead. The 0-2 way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Solitaria playing very shallow and right against Maloney, who goes that way a lot. The 1-2. Swing down the right field line, and this one is foul. That a long way off the end of the bat. Bounced over the fence. It was down there near the corner, near the 335 mark. Solitaria, as we mentioned, was playing shallow. He was not going to catch that one where he was playing Maloney. Now he's going to back up a couple of steps. I thought he was pretty shallow there. A ball and 2 strikes. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a line drive to the left center field for a base hit. Maloney rounds first, and he'll hold on with a long single into left center field. That'll bring up Mark Meneke with a runner aboard and 2 out.
Number 20, Mark Meneke.
Maloney now 3 for 4. Meneke will bat. Mark's 0 for 3. The pitch to him. Strike in the outside corner. 1 strike on Mark Meneke. He's 0 for 3. He's hit it hard 3 times. Flied out to center in the first. Bounced out to short in the third. And flew out to center again in the 4th inning. One strike to count on Meneke. Token toss over the first. Maloney got back. Now the pitch to Meneke is inside. Ball and a strike to Mark Meneke. They play Mark around the left. Medium depth in the outfield. Waves that bat over the plate. Now loads it up over the left shoulder. The pitch. Inside. He takes it for a ball. 2-1. Broncos scored 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. They've out-hit Kent State 7-6 today. The pitch, swing and a foul into the dugout of the Golden Flashes. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Meneke. 2 outs here in the 6th. Grady Mee back on the grass at second base. The 2-2, swing and a miss out in front of the changeup, and Meneke goes down on strikes. Broncos leave a man. We go to the 7th. 4-2 Broncos. This is Western Michigan baseball on YouTube Live and WMUBroncos.com.
In the bottom of the 6th inning for Western Michigan, the Broncos scored no runs on 1 hit with no errors and 1 runner left on base. After 6 innings, your score, Broncos 4, Golden Flashes 2. Kent State, number 32, Micah Kirikoff.
Here we go. They watered down the base paths here with the sprinkling system at Himes that was installed to water the dirt. That's right. They watered the dirt with the sprinklers. And they did that to hold the dust down here. As we move to the 7th, the Broncos lead it 4-2. First pitch from Ricky Kidd to Kirikoff is high. 1 ball, no strikes. Ricky threw his 76th pitch. And number 77 is in for a called strike with a slider, 1-1. Micah with a single in the 2nd. Chops this one foul down the 3rd baseline. He was at first base, and Williams was at 3rd base in the top of the 2nd inning. Broncos unable to make a play on a double steal. It's actually a delayed steal at first by Kirikoff and allowed Williams to break for the plate, and he scored. Throw came from Maloney back to Zajac, who had fired down to 2nd base. And Williams was able to slide in under the tag for one of the 2 Kent runs today. 2-2 now on Kirikoff. Hits it high and pretty deep into center field. Malley, battling the wind and the sun, makes the catch. 1 down here in the Kent State 7th inning. That was not an easy play. That was hit right at Tanner. He's looking up into the sun, and the wind is blowing in from right center field now. Here's Grady Mee. Kicking the pitch. Drops a bunt down in front of the plate. It's a fair ball, and Zajac throws him out. Mee went about 20 feet down the baseline. Thought it was foul, but Zajac fielded it about a foot in front of the plate and throws out Mee, trying to bunt his way on again. 2 quick outs here for Ricky Kidd. That'll bring up shortstop Luke Matthews. Matthews doubled in a run in the 5th. California native, handling shortstop for the Flashes. Made a couple of errors today, aiding the Bronco cause. Takes a first pitch from Kidd outside for a ball. There's a strike with a slider on the outside corner. 1-1. Broncos 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They've left 9 runners on base. Kent State 2 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. They've stranded 4. There's a strike in the outside corner with a fastball, and Kidd's ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Luke Matthews. Flash is batting here in the 7th inning, trailing 4-2. The windup and the 1-2 swing and a fly ball into shallow right field. Now it drifts into foul territory, and Avery Thielman, running back to home plate, makes a basket catch near the Kent State bullpen. The side is retired. We go to the stretch. Broncos 4, Kent State 2. This is Western Michigan baseball on YouTube Live at WMUBroncos.com.
Top of the 7th for the Golden Flashes, there were no runs on no hits with no errors and no runners left on base. After 6.5 innings, Broncos score, Golden Flashes 2. Now fans, get on your feet and join us as we sing Take Me Out to the Ballgame. Gets the time of the 7th inning stretch, is Ryan Sagehorn. Ryan Sagehorn, please visit the marketing table to claim your prize. Now batting for Western Michigan, number 31, Avery Thielman.
Thielman's had a good day today. He's been on base all 3 times, couple of singles and hit by a pitch, and he took a home run hack at that one and comes up empty. 1 strike on Avery Thielman, facing Gavin Jones for the first time today. Jones came on in relief of the starter, Ben Rabatin. Fouled back to the screen, and he's ahead of Thielman now. No balls and 2 strikes. Thielman, Ostrander, and Polubinski due up here against the right-hander Gavin Jones. The windup and the pitch. Swing and a chopper to third. Glove there by Marshall. Crossed the diamond in time, and Thielman is out. Third to first.
Hitting next for Western Michigan, number 7, Connor Ostrander.
Here's Ostrander. Senior utility man playing right field today for the Broncos. Left-handed hitter against the righty Gavin Jones, and the first pitch is a strike at the letters. Fastball by Jones. Can get it up there in the low 90s. 1 strike on Connor. There's a pitch in the dirt. A ball and a strike. Ostrander today has been on base twice. Bounced out in the first, safe on an error by the shortstop Matthews in the third, and walked in the 5th. Takes 1 in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kick of the pitch from Jones. Popped up into shallow left center field. And under it is Kovas. Hauls it in. So bounce out and a fly out. That'll bring up Lucas Rick.
Number 50, Lucas Rick.
Rick's going to bat for Polubinski. Polubinski at the ball in the air 3 times. Popped up to second, popped up to left twice. So Coach Gernon goes to Lucas here for an opportunity. A ball low as he takes it. 1 ball, no strikes to Rick. The pitch. Swinging a chopper to third. Marshall just got up, got it in the webbing, throws him out to retire the side. We go to the 8th. Broncos 4. Kent State 2. This is Western Michigan baseball on YouTube Live and WMUBroncos.com.
In the bottom of the 7th inning for Western Michigan, the Broncos scored no runs on no hits with no errors and no runners left on base. After 7 innings, Western Michigan 4, Kent State 2. Western Michigan baseball is back in action next weekend at Heinz Field for a series with the Miami Redhawks. First pitch is on Friday is at 3:05 p.m. Secure your seats today by visiting WMUBroncos.com/tickets.
Better watch out for the boys in blue and all this small town decisions. It's funny how rumors spread like I know something y'all.
4-2, Western Michigan on top as we move to the 8th. Ricky Kidd back out there. Scattered 6 hits. Just 1 walk. Pitch into contact. And the Broncos, the top fielding team in the MAC, making the plays for him. Broncos lead at 4-2. After dropping the first 2 games, including that 13-inning marathon on Friday afternoon. Check those other scores. UMass trying to take a series on the road at Ball State. They lead the Cardinals 8-3 in the bottom of the 9th. That would help out Western Michigan. Cardinals are right behind the Broncos in the standings. Bowling Green leads Toledo 4-3. They're in the top of the 7th.
Number 4, Brady Marshall.
Miami going for the sweep at home against Central, leading the Chippewas 5-2 in the top of the 7th. Top of the 8th now at Bob Wren Stadium in Athens, Ohio. Bobcats leading Akron 8-3. And Eastern Michigan trying to salvage one at Northern Illinois. They lead 4-1 in the bottom of the 4th against the Huskies. That would help the Broncos out if Eastern could pull the victory. Here's a bouncer up the middle. Howard gloves it behind the bag. Throw to first is high. That'll be an infield single for Marshall, leading off the 8th inning for Kent State. Right back over the mound. Howard made a nice play diving behind the bag to come up with that ball. But Marshall with good speed beat the throw. He's got an infield base hit. He's on at first with nobody out. And the batter is Ripken Reese. Set by Kidd. To look to first, he'll go over there. Quick tag attempt by Thielman, not in time. Marshall gets back. Marshall is a threat to steal. He's stolen 14 bases in 15 attempts. Another toss over there, and he gets back. Reese is 1 for 3 today. He singled in the first. Bounced out to second in the 3rd and hit into a fielder's choice in the 5th. And he takes a strike, 1 strikeout. Ripken Reese. He's had a good series. He's got 6 hits in 14 at-bats. Throw to first again. Marshall gets back. Trying to keep him close and out of scoring position. Reese has a home run and 6 RBIs in this series. 1 strike the count on him. The kick and the pitch. Swinging a bouncer to second. Could be 2. Howard to Maloney at second for 1. The relay in time. They get the double play. Second to short to first. A 4-6-3 double play, and the bases are empty with 2 out now.
Number 38, Sawyer Solitaria.
2 hopper to Howard. Made a nice turn, and Maloney with the relay. Doubles up Reese, who can run. 2 out, nobody on. Swinging a foul. Back to the screen by Solitaria. This is how you want this guy batting with nobody on base. They got him earlier in the game with the bases loaded. He's 0 for today. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Kids ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
Here's the windup, the kick, and the pitch. Outside, 1-2. Maloney leading the way for the Broncos on offense with 3 hits today, and Kidd with another outstanding Sunday afternoon performance for the Broncos, scattering 7 hits, holding Kent to 2 runs. Trying to get the final out of the 8th inning here against the dangerous Sawyers. Solitaria. Ricky gets that pitch com signal from Zach Putnam and throws one up in the zone that is out of the zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count to Solitaria. Brody Williams with bad next. The 3-2 on the way. Swing and a foul at the plate. Count stays full, 3-2. They play Solitaria. Deep and straight away. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 call. He struck him out. Solitaria takes a fastball at the letters on the outside part of the plate from Ricky Kidd, his 90th pitch of the game, and he retires Kent State in order in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Western Michigan 4, Kent State 2. This is Western Michigan Baseball on YouTube Live and WWBroncos.com.
Your Broncos lead 4 to Golden Flashes 2. Hey Bronco fans, it's Sunday, so that means kids run the bases after the conclusion of today's game. Meet the marketing team by the dugout on the 3rd base side for your chance to take a lap around the bases. Now pitching for the Golden Flashes, number 23, Brody Krisiak. Now batting for your Broncos, number 10, Mason Delarski.
Eight, 9-1 hitters due out for the Broncos against Brody Krisiak. Delarski squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike. Krisiak pitched on Friday in the 13-inning affair. Right-hander delivers a strike at the knees. He's ahead of Mason. No balls and 2 strikes. This is his 17th appearance. He's made 1 start. Everything else out of the bullpen. 2-strike pitch is outside. 24 in the 3rd innings for Krisiak. He's given up 25 hits, 19 runs, 18 of those earned. 11 walks, 27 strikeouts. Opponent's hitting .266 on Krisiak, who has a .666 earned run average. and a record of 1-1, and he strikes out Mason Pilarski on a call third strike. One down here in the Broncos' 8th inning. That'll bring up Nolan Zajac.
Coming up to the plate, number 27, Nolan Zajac.
Zajac struck out swinging in the second, walked and scored in the fourth, hit into a fielder's choice in the fifth. Krisiak works from the set and delivers the ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Works from the middle of the slab. The set and the pitch. Strike. Holden taking there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here in the 8th. See if Ricky Kidd comes out in the 9th. Try to get the complete game victory. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a foul at the plate by Nolan. Tanner Malley on deck. He's got a couple more hits today. One ball, 2 strike count on Zajac. They play him medium depth straight away. The pitch, swing and a chopper to short. Charging is Matthews, fields it and fires to first. Zajac is retired. 2 down here in the 8th. That brings up Malley.
For your Broncos, number 2, Tanner Malley.
It's gone final now at Muncie. Ball State rallied in the 9th, but their rally fell short. UMass takes the series 2-1. They beat Ball State today by a score of 8-6 in Muncie. That helps out Western Michigan a bit. Ball State neck and neck with the Broncos. They hold the tiebreaker with Western Michigan, having taken 2 out of 3 in the series with the Broncos. 1 ball, no strikes to Malley as he takes that pitch over but low. Kicking the pitch, swing and a base hit up the middle. Tanner Malley ropes it into left center field. Solid base hit for Tanner, his 3rd hit of the game. He is now 3 for 5 today. And here comes Drew Howard with the runner at first.
Michigan, number 3, Drew Howard.
Check those other scores. Top of the 8th at Bowling Green, they lead Toledo 4-3. Miami on top of the Chips 5-2 in the 7th now. Ohio leads Akron 8-4 in the 8th. And it's 5-1 now. Eastern Michigan over Northern Illinois. Top of the 5th in DeKalb. Toss over there to first. Tanner gets back. He's definitely going to steal or attempt to steal second base here to get into scoring position. And the Flashes know that. He's got a good lead. Here's the pitch. He's not going. Pitched out, and Tanner holds at first base. 1 ball, no strikes to Howard. Krisiak has his sign, works from the belt. The 1-0 on the way. Inside, almost hit Drew. 2-0. Well, now with a 2-0 count. Might put the brakes on Tanner down there on the steal attempt. Let's see if he goes 2-0. Not going. Bluffs. Now he gets a back pick throw from Reese. Not in time. Tanner gets back. And it's now 3-0 to Drew Howard. Well, Krisiak and Reese worrying so much about Malley down there at first. They haven't thrown a strike yet to Drew. It's 3-0. Set and the pitch. That's over but low. Ball 4. Drew Howard draws a walk. Broncos with a little 2-out rally here. Malley down to second. Howard on at first. And here comes the man of the day for the Broncos with a stick.
Michael
3 for 4, and the one time he made an out, he drove in a run. Singled in the first, RBI ground out in the third, RBI single in the fourth, and a single in the sixth. Can he do it again here? Runners at first and second, 2 out in the eighth. The pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Mike Maloney. Graduate from Makina, Illinois. 1-0 the count. Malley will score on a base hit. He's got a big lead at second base. The kick and the pitch. Strike. Change up. Mike let it go. Backs out, shakes his head. Gets a little pine tar on the left batting glove. Digs back in. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Krisiak went to the whip that time. Blew it by Mike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. (4-2) Broncos with a lead here in the bottom of the eighth. Trying to add an insurance runner to here. Krisiak to the belt. The pitch. Swing and a foul down the right field line into the bullpen. Mike trying to shoot it to right. He's done it all day. Trying to do it again. It's a big hole over there as Grady Mee tries to keep Tanner Malley close at second base. First baseman Williams playing behind the runner. The 1-2 pitch. Ooh, that was close. Maloney took it for a ball. 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes on the Broncos leading RBI man, trying to produce another big run here. Krisiak to the belt, checks Malley. The pitch inside, that goes back to the screen, and the runners advance. Malley to third, Howard to second, and now with a full count, let's see if they just put Maloney on base. That's what I would do. Will Jeff Duncan do that? They're going to pitch to him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if that backfires. Big hole over on the right side. The pitch to Maloney. Hit him in the head. Maloney goes down and he'll head to first base. Wow. It hit his batting helmet. I believe it hit the left ear flap. And now the pitching coach, Mike Birkbeck, comes out to talk to Krisiak, who's loaded the bases here with 2 outs for Mark Meneke. Gonna make a pitching change here. Krisiak will be lifted after drilling Maloney in the ear hole. Kent's not messing around. They're going to their closer, Peyton Williams.
Peyton Williams.
Williams making his 14th appearance. 13 2/3 innings, 10 hits, just 4 runs, 3 of those earned, 10 walks, 21 Ks. Opponents hitting just .204 on Peyton Williams. He's got a 2-0 record and a 198 earned run average. Face Mark Meneke with the bases loaded and 2 out here in the 8th inning. The Broncos trying to add some insurance runs here. Maloney over near the dugout, talking to his teammates and the coaches about that last at bat. He's a veteran. I'm sure he's been hit many times, but when you take one in the ear hole, it sends a little jolt through you, that's for sure. He'll head down to first base now with first base coach Glenn Miller. And Meneke will try and deliver some insurance runs here for the Broncos, who lead it 4-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Looking for their 21st victory of the season and 15th conference win. It would keep them within 2 games of first. Occupied by Kent State. Meneke takes a first pitch, an off-speed pitch for a strike in the outside corner. 1 strike on Mark Meneke. The set by Williams. The kick and the pitch. Another changeup in for a called strike 2. Williams comes out of the bullpen and throws 2 changeups to Meneke for strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 out. The pitch, swing and a chopper foul. Went with another off-speed pitch, and Mark got out in front of it, but got a piece. Tanner Malley at third, Drew Howard at second, Mike Maloney the runner at first. Meneke trying to drive something in. The pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Peyton Williams comes in, strikes out Meneke, and strands the bases loaded. We go to the 9th. Broncos 4, Kent State 2. Broncos bringing on their closer to finish it out. This is Western Michigan baseball on YouTube Live and WWBroncos.com.
Errors in 3 runners left on base. After 8 innings, Western Michigan 4, Kent State 2. Now pitching for your Broncos, number 37, Turner Doran.
Broncos 3 outs away from taking a victory here in this 3-game series after dropping the 13-inning 8-7 affair on Friday and falling 9-1 yesterday. Trying to salvage one here and stay within 2 games at Kent State in the MAC standings with 3 weeks to go. Flashes are on top all alone right now. Could be tied at the end of the day. Miami leading Central Michigan. If they win and Kent loses here today, the Red Hawks and Golden Flashes would be tied for first. Broncos would be right on their heels, 2 games back, and they host Miami here next weekend. Turner Dorn on to try and close it out here. First pitch is a strike. Changeup in there for a called strike. Check Turner Dorn's numbers here. This is his 17th appearance, all in relief. 1 strike pitch, outside, 1-1. 22 1/3 innings for Turner Dorn, 13 hits, 13 runs, 8 earned, 8 walks, 21 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just 167 on Dorn. 1-2 record for Turner with a 3.22 ERA. His facing Brody Williams, and the changeup in for a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Williams. Playing first base today for Kent. He's been on twice with a single. He scored a run and walked in the 6th. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The set by Doran. The pitch. High. Slider stays up. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Don't want to lock the leadoff man in a 2-run game in the 9th. Gets the pitch come from Zach Putnam in the dugout and gets a foul ball off the thigh of Zajac. Williams just got a piece of that one. Count stays even at 2-2. Broncos 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They've left 12 on base. Kent 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. They've stranded 4 runners. Ricky Kidd threw 96 pitches, held him to 2 runs through 8. The pitch, swing and a chopper foul. Count stays even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. They've held Williams to just 2 hits in the series. There's the 2-2 pitch to him. Swing and a foul, backing out of play. He caught the Friday and Saturday games for Kent, playing first base today. Ripken Reese moved from 3rd behind the plate. Marshall moved from 2nd to 3rd, and Grady Mee got the call at 2nd base, his first start of the series. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Williams. The kick and the pitch. Fly ball hit deep to left field. Going back is Cooper Hums, and this ball is gone. Over the 16-foot brown monster in left. Williams with 1 swing has cut it to 1. His 7th home run of the season. And it's now 4-3 Western Michigan. Didn't want to walk him. So throw it in there, see how far he can hit it.
Nolan Belcher.
And Williams hit it 320 feet over the brown monster and left. 4-3. Still nobody out. Bases are empty. And the batter is Belcher. Swinging a foul, backing out of play. Got to have a short memory when you're a closer. Turner's already put that one in the back pocket. Knowing he still has the lead and a strike on Belcher. The set and the pitch. Strike. Slider in there for a strike call to the belt on Belcher. He's 0 for 3 today. Lined out to left in the 2nd. Popped up to Howard in the 4th. And again in the 6th. Kicking the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball bounced up there. Zajac throws down to first to complete the strikeout. 1 down here in the 9th. That'll bring up Alejandro Kovas.
Hitting next, number 14, Alejandro Kovas.
Kovas 1 for 3 today. Flew out to center in the 2nd. Singled and scored in the 5th. And hit into a 6-4-3 double play in the 6th. He takes a called strike from Turner Dorn with the change piece on the outside corner. 1 strike. Set by Turner. And the kick of the pitch. Strike 2. Slider on the outside corner that time. No balls and 2 strikes to count on Alejandro Kovas. Doran trying to save it for Ricky Kidd. The set. The kick and the pitch. Oh, just missed on the outside corner with a slider again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kova stands up in the box on Turner, knowing that changeup is coming. Here's the 1-2. Changed up, and he pops it up. This is in shallow right field. Coming on and under it is Malley, and he makes the catch. He came all the way from center field to shallow right and makes the catch on that sky-high pop-up off the bat of Kovas, who got up in the box to try to handle that power change by Turner Dorn, and he popped it up. 2 outs, nobody on. That'll leave it up to Micah Kurikoff, the center fielder. He has a hit in 3 at-bats today. Singled in the second, his first of the series. Popped up in the 5th and flew out to center in the 7th. He chops one foul down the third baseline. 1 strike on Micah Kurikoff. Brody Williams homered to left to cut the Bronco lead to 4-3. But Dorn got the next 2 hitters trying to pick up a save here. Kicking the pitch outside, 1-1 on Kurikoff. Turner Dorn leads the MAC with 8 saves. Trying to pick up number 9 here and salvage a victory for the Broncos. The set, the 1-1 pitch to Kurikoff. Strike called on the outside corner. And the Broncos are 1 strike away from victory. They played Kurikoff a little bit around the left. They're deep in the outfield. This guy has home run power. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Ball is bobbled by the catcher, but Zajac tags Kurikoff to complete the strikeout. And the Broncos pick up a Sunday afternoon win at home. Final score, Broncos 4, Kent State 3. Ricky Kidd with the victory as he goes 8 solid innings, throwing 96 pitches. Gave up just 2 runs, and Turner Dorn gives up a home run in the 9th, but gets the next 3 hitters and earns his 9th save of the season. The Broncos win it by a score of 4-3. 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors, 12 left on base for the Broncos. Kent State 3 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. They leave 4 runners on base. The victory goes to Ricky Kidd, his 6th of the season. The loss goes to the starter, Ben Rabatin, and he falls to 5-2. Broncos with the victory now go to 21-18. They are 15-9 in Mid-American Conference play and pulled within 2 games of the first place Kent State Golden Flashes. And the Broncos will host the Miami Redhawks next weekend here at Robert J. Bob Stadium at Himes Field. As we check the other Sunday scores, the Redhawks lead Central Michigan 5-2. They're in the top of the 8th in Oxford. Miami trying to sweep that series. If they hold on and win, they would move into a first-place tie with Kent State coming into Kalamazoo next weekend. Massachusetts beat Ball State 8-6. Toledo and Bowling Green are tied at 4 in the 9th. Akron has a 9-8 lead on Ohio in the 9th inning. And Eastern Michigan leads Northern Illinois 5-1. They're in the 6th. A big win for Coach Gernon and the Broncos here today as they knock off first place Kent State 4-3. The Broncos scored 1 in the first. They got 2 in the 3rd and 1 more in the 4th. Kent State got a run in the 2nd, a run in the 5th, and they got the solo home run from Williams in the 9th, but Turner Dorn gets the next 3 hitters, and the Broncos win it here this afternoon.
I'm Robin Hook. Again, the final score, Western Michigan 4, Kent State 3. See you next week as the Broncos take on Miami. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everyone. Thanks for watching.